Night Cruise, Chapter 1. The highways and byways of the great United States belong to Herod Cruz, Lavanic. There have been others before him who claimed possessions of the roads, notably one Henry Lee Lucas, the lying bastard, bragged to the Texas cops that he'd murdered hundreds, 300, 500. The dude could never make up his puny, maladjusted mind. Now look where he was, sitting on death row where the son of a bitch belonged. Then there was Ted Bundy, killing his way from one coast to the other, from Washington State to Florida, with a couple of stops in between. But Bundy was Mickey Mouse, preen pretty for the press, had a good face, showed some cleverness before the cameras, should have been a movie star. Now the only roads he owned were the roads of hell. He was fried and buried. Cruz and everyone else in the world knew the cowardly cock went down begging and lying, just as vain and wild as Henry Lee. So these days the highways and byways truly belong to Cruz. No one knew it, of course. If they knew it, they'd stop him, or try to. There was not yet an inkling of uneasiness about Cruz Lavanic. He knew his qualities, and they were the ones keeping him out of jail. He had been told, and he believed, that he possessed sunny features, a strong, masculine face, an art for sweet talk, and ability to think on his feet. With his boy-next-door mannerisms and his lack of an arrest record, he was unknown, unsuspected, except to his victims. They knew him. In their last moments on earth, they knew him better than anyone. This night, he searched for a hostage, a witness, really. Traveling wasn't any fun without a witness along to see him work. He cruised in a 1979 silver-blue Chrysler Newport, 318 engine with a 4-barrel. Big, square car. Looked like an old undercover cop car. Cruz kept a magnetized CB antenna on the trunk to make the car look even more official. He'd taken out the front bench seat and put in a set of blue bucket seats. Never liked the witness to get too near him when he was driving. Between the bucket seats, he had installed a small blue igloo cooler for bottled Cokes. Pepsi was too sweet. Coke, even the rip-off classic brew the Coca-Cola company claimed was made from the original recipe, though it didn't taste that way to Cruz, had a carbonated kick his stomach lived for. Cruz crisscrossed the country and lived hand-to-mouth. Sometimes, when he killed, he took money from the victim, but it was never a big take. He didn't kill those too high up the social ladder, people with too much class or influence, or too much to lose. Cops would chase him then, put out APBs, write up a profile, and start up a task force. Staying free entailed all kinds of precautions, and rule number 1, as Henry Lee might point out, was to kill the little people nobody'd miss. He had left New York City the week before, driven down the eastern seaboard into the Carolinas, and caught Interstate 10 in Florida to head west. He did all his driving at night, stayed in motels, truck stops, or his car during the day. If Cruz possessed an outstanding eccentricity, it was his love of the dark hours. He had not slept at night since he was a boy. He had not killed during the day for 7 years. In his wallet he carried $110. Next to him sat the igloo cooler of Coke. No one was looking for him. He should have been more content, but he was lonesome. Shit. He was singing songs to himself to cheer up. He was so lonesome. Camptown races, doo-dah, little deuce coupe. You don't know what I got. It was sickening. He was getting on his own nerves. Outside of Mobile, Alabama, he drove 5 miles below the speed limit. Not slow enough to attract attention. Not fast enough to miss something important. Just cruising, eyes watching